Jesus. Child, everything is hurting today. Everything is hurting today. Everything is hurting. Nobody prepared me for days like this. Nobody told me when you get older, everything hurts on you. Child, what kind of getting older mess is this? I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for it. It even hurts to lay down in the bed. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. I had no idea that getting older hurts. I had no idea. It's not a heart hurts. No. It's a physical hurt. Everything hurts. I used to hear people talk about their body parts hurt, but hell, now I see what they mean. Now I see what they mean. I don't even want to do anything. It's so hard to just get up. Getting up hurts. Laying down hurt. I never thought I'd see the day when just laying down would hurt. Child, lifting my hand hurts. Getting a pen, writing down something hurts. Walking across the floor hurts. Climbing the stairs hurts. Climbing down, walking down the stairs hurts. Getting in the car hurts. Sitting down in the seat right now hurts. Opening the oven hurts. Closing the refrigerator hurts. Hell, even eating hurts. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I lose weight. Maybe I unbig my back. Child, I never thought I'd see the day. Well, getting older, it's hurting. It's hurting real bad. But nothing hurts as much as somebody really who you kind of like and think, you know, not highly, but you think a lot of letting you down and saying F you in their own kind of way. Wow, nothing hurts like that. And I've been getting a lot of F yous lately. Woo! But it's just so good to know that God is still good. And God is keeping his people in place around me to really lend some support. It's so good to know that God is still here and God still cares. Yeah. But it's so few people that's been showing me their ass to kiss. And child, it's just a hurting thing. When people really show you how they feel about you and they stand on business and unapologetically, and you don't even see it coming. It hurts. Child, let's not waste no time getting to the nitty gritty of the story. A few days ago, out of nowhere, life comes at you fast. You don't even see it coming. A lot of these calamities and situations, unfortunate situations, and yeah. So, to make a long story short, child, this city, ow, see what I'm talking about? Everything hurts. Everything hurts. I'm just sitting here trying to open up a garbage bag. That's all I'm trying to do, and I'm having a hard time doing it. Cause everything hurts. Everything hurts so bad. My arm been hurting. For the past 2 or 3 weeks. Out of nowhere. Here come all this pain. Mm, mm, mm. And I'm just doing the best I can at my age, child. See, this is the part of life where I need a strong husband and or some big old strong teenage children. Ooh, it'd be good if I could rent some and send them back where they came from when I get tired of them. I need some help cleaning up this house, taking out the garbage. And speaking of the garbage, I don't know how I accumulate so much garbage. Before I go any further, this video is brought to us by an unofficial sponsor. See, just reaching over there to get this, it hurts. Just reaching over there, that's all I did. Just reached over there and got this, and it hurts. Child, the lip bar on TikTok, I love it. But they got a whole lot of different varieties of lipsticks and lip gloss. And I've been searching high and low for the perfect lip gloss because the lip gloss I've been having, I thought it was nice. But every time I get on live, y'all don't even tell me that it looks like I'm slobbing at the mouth. The lip gloss is bleeding, which is a big indicator that it's cheap, right? So I'm going to have to throw that away and adopt another source of lip gloss. And I think I done found it. I don't think I really do. I think I found it. So I'm going to be test driving it in a few weeks whenever it comes. I ordered it last night. And I have this in another darker shade of lip. It's matte. It goes on like a gloss, but it's matte. And at first I was like, how do I feel about matte? I don't think I never liked matte because it's like chalk, like on a chalkboard. But the older I'm getting into the matte. I'm starting to feel like I'm a matte girl. Seems like you're supposed to pronounce it matte, you know. But anyway, this is the shade that I have on. And I was really looking for a lighter version of red in the spirit of Christmas holidays. But this'll do. This'll do. But child, disclaimer. This is important. If you do go over to the Lip Bar site and order any of those wonderful shades of lip gloss, girls, please, 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 I got to do it myself. Please get the remover because this, I think it's got some paint in it. Because it's hard to wipe it off. Now, that's good if you struggle with lip gloss smearing, kissing, and it wiping off and coming off, eating, and it coming off, wearing a mask, and it's coming off. You got to wipe it off. It's not going nowhere. I think they made it with Gorilla Glue. Because, child, last night when I tried to take it off, I thought I would never stop wiping my mouth. It was just like impossible to wipe it off. And I still think I didn't get all of it. But anyway, it's good. Baby, when you put this on, it's not going nowhere. Yeah, it's not going nowhere. But, yeah, today's video is brought to us by an unofficial sponsor. So let's get into the topic, shall we? Without further ado. Yeah, the other day, out of nowhere, I didn't even see it coming. Child, I had a flat tire because I'm in the pothole capital of America. Child, they got little potholes. They got big potholes. They got craters. When the pothole become the size of a crater, it's time for somebody to say, let me do my job as it relates to the public works department. It's like can anybody GPS the public works department? Is anybody at home at the public works department? Is anybody working in the public works department? Is the public works department still in existence? Damn. Oh, it's just like the potholes done took a life of their own. And the city is like, fuck them potholes. You know, people got a way of saying F you in their own kind of way. So I know fuck them potholes when I see it. They don't have to put a sign out saying fuck them potholes. They clearly the city clearly says fuck them potholes. And the potholes, they like, what's up? What's up? I'm here to stay. I'm here to stay. I'm busting tires around this thing. I'm busting tires. Yeah. Just like a yeah. They busting tires left and right. And they done bust two of mine. I had just got a brand new set of tires a few months ago. Then out of nowhere, I think it was the same day. I think it was the same day, if I'm not mistaken. Child, it bust a tire and it bent the rim. All four of my rims is bent. So now, not only do I gotta get 4 new tires, I gotta get 4 new rims, or at least have the rims repaired. Oh my God! So the other day, my mind was telling me to stay laying down, but my big back and my body was saying, get up and go get them lemon pepper wings at Zaxby's. Child, so I listened to my body. I should have listened to my mind. And there I go, headed up the highway. Headed up the highway. And my tires hit a little pothole. And I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing of it. But child, later on that night, after I had ran some errands and came back to lay down a little while before I went to work, it was like I had thought about it many times, hoping that this would never happen. And then it happened. Child, I got in the car, headed to work, and then I heard something. And then I was like, grabbing my heart like Fred Sanford. I said, surely that ain't it. Surely. And myself said, stop the car and get out and investigate the matter. And that's what I did. And child, I got out, I looked at the driver's side. It was fine. And then I went over to the passenger side. And then the passenger side tire was like, I'm asleep. Damn, it was down on the ground. Flat all the way to the rim. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. But thank God it didn't happen out there on the street at that time of night. Cause child, ain't no telling what that would have led to. Especially with all of this right here. All of this right here, late at night, in a street full of heathens. Woo! I would have surely been in danger, right? Oh my God. So I knew at that time of night, I could not find no way to, get no help. I didn't have AAA. I need to get AAA. And I knew chances of getting to work, it was almost impossible, right? Child, I didn't have no money for Uber, not even a bootleg Uber. So I was already tired anyway. So I said, I didn't say fuck that job. I didn't say that. But I couldn't go. I couldn't go. And then, you know, thank God I don't have no supervisor that say, well, let me come and pick you up. Ow! And So since they don't, I think they don't really like me. They didn't even offer me no ride. They didn't even say, well, let me come and pick you up. Or we'll send you an Uber. You know, some jobs will say, I'll send you an Uber. Yeah. All of that right there. So I couldn't go. And of course, they was mad at me. But this was a situation beyond my control. I was, I could not have ever predicted this. This was an unforeseen circumstance. And try so in life, it's just situations beyond your control. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All you can do is just lay your big back down. That's all you can do. And just put it in the hands of the Lord and let the Lord work it out. And that's what I did. So early the next morning, child, I got up with this calamity in front of me. And so many of the Facebook mechanics, they not reliable at all. So many of the Facebook mechanics, they claim to be mobile. They are not, only when they want to be. I don't like that mechanic. Can we make, let's talk about it. Can we make mechanics great again? I remember when mechanics used to be so reliable. What happened to the mechanics named Leroy, Willie, Charles, Earl, David, even Jumbo? Child, what happened to the good, reliable mechanics? I don't know what happened to them, but they are no longer here. Child, what happened to the mechanics that stayed dirty all the time and wore overalls and some dirty tennis shoes or some work boots? What happened to those mechanics? I don't trust a mechanic that's not dirty and got on nasty, dirty clothes that they don't wore the whole week. I don't trust no mechanic that don't have a cigarette on the side of his mouth. Okay? And dirty, nasty fingernails with oil up under it. I don't trust that kind of mechanic. Okay? We got these mechanics that's so clean. Their tennis shoes don't get dirty. They don't wear overalls no more. And hell, they don't even have a pickup truck. And I don't trust no man that don't have no pickup truck. All these new mechanics got scat cats, Hellcats, Chargers, Challengers. I just don't trust no mechanic like that. Got long hair with blonde tips. Uh-uh. 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 No. Matching jogging suits and all that kind of stuff. No, no, no. And then, how you gonna be a mechanic and you ain't got no jack? Every man's supposed to have a jack. Okay? Especially if you say you're a mechanic. Oh, let me go see if my brother got a mechanic. Your brother. And his brother probably done stole the jack. Okay? And what about these mechanics? They cannot fix and work on no cars without taking a break to smoke them some dope. I don't want no drug addicted mechanic. Please get them away from me, please. Either you're going to do drugs or you're going to work on cars. Which one you going to do? Then you got the mechanics that's roguish. Are you going to go somewhere and steal? And they pretend like they're going to get a part for the car. No, you going to go do some stealing. Are you gonna steal or are you gonna work on the car? Which one are you gonna do? Then you got the ones that want to chase ass. You cannot chase ass and get your penis sucked on and work on cars at the same time. Damn. Ooh, what I'm trying to say to you, mechanics are not created equal. And we need to make mechanics great again. It's so hard to find a good mechanic. It's so hard. And just when I think I done found one, They let me down. They give me a reason to delete them out of my phone. Okay. And I'm so tired of these mechanics that say, oh, they work on this, they work on that, they work on everything. And then when you call them, either the call gonna go straight to voicemail and they're not gonna call you back. And then if you text them, they're not gonna text you back. Then they might answer the phone and they get all these questions. Hell, you the mechanic. I'm not the mechanic. And why do you think I would call you if I knew what was wrong with it? What it's doing? What kind of sound it's making? Oh, it won't start? What have you tried to start it again? Woo! I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Look, they doing all of that right there because they don't really want to come and check on the car. They want me to diagnose the car. Then they want to calculate, is it worth my time to come over there and see about the car and fix it? They be calculating how much it's going to be. Am I going to be able to get enough money to give me some dope? Am I going to be able to pay my cell phone bill? Am I going to be able to pay my car note? If it ain't worth their time, they're not coming. They be wanting to come if they're going to charge you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But if they figure it's probably going to be about 20, 30, maybe $50, they not coming. They not coming. They not coming. That ain't enough money for them. They want a lot of money before they come to you. Yeah. And then we got the Mexican mechanics. They pretend like they don't speak English because they only want to fix on they people calls. Well, if you feel like that, why don't you say that in your Facebook post? Okay? Okay? I'm sick of them pretend like they don't speak English. And then they tell you, they might say, oh, call me back tomorrow. And then if you call them back tomorrow, they're not going to answer the telephone. They're not going to answer the telephone. And all of this rigmarole. Yeah. 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 So, child, I called somebody who claimed to be so rich. Always bragging about they got so much money. They got so much this. They got so much that. You know. Always posting on Facebook all this material stuff and bragging and boasting and this, that, and the other. And I just took a chance thinking, you know, they would help me, right? Because I was in a really, really desperate situation and I needed to get my tire fixed. And child, they didn't waste no time telling me no. But you know what? I would rather they say no rather than say yes and they really mean no. And they say yes and they not coming. They not going to send no money. They not going to do nothing but play in your face. Okay? And waste your time. I would rather them just come out and say no. But it still hurts nonetheless when you would think, not that they obligated, but you would think all this bragging they always doing, and anytime they want to call my phone, I pick up. I don't never pretend like I don't see them calling me. And wow. So what's all that bragging all about? Who is the bragging all about for? What is it? Clout? Is that the reason why they always bragging? If you're not gonna help nobody with all of this money, what's the point of even bragging and boasting and posting about you so rich? I don't understand it. And you know, I it really hurts, especially in our community when we at a time where so many people are hurting, so many people are losing their job, so many people are, losing their food stamps and their Section 8, this, that, and the other. And next month, they might lose their food stamps again because the government shutdown probably is gonna go back in full effect, and Donald Trump probably gonna stop them food stamps, and they probably ain't gonna start no more. And until he get ready for them to start, and then a lot of people gonna have to recertify, allegedly, and a lot of them didn't even qualify the first time, and they probably ain't gonna qualify this time when he make them recertify. But anyway, yeah, and so many people are. I usually don't do that, by the way, and I can't stand to see people do that, especially in the grocery store. Spit on their fingers to try to loosen the bag up. I can't stand to see it. And I think it's so unsanitary, especially now that, we got COVID still running around. And I don't want nobody putting spit on my bags. And I see a lot of people doing that in the grocery store. When they trying to bag, the clerk is trying to bag the grocery. And I really don't like that. I really don't want no spit residue on my bag, okay? Especially when I consider what a lot of people do with their mouth. I don't want no part of that on my bag, okay? And then we got groceries associated with the bag. And then we got your spit on the bag, and I gotta touch the bag. And some of that might get on my fingers and things. And now if you are a peanut sucker, I'm a peanut sucker by default. Okay, because it's on my hand, and the residue is on my hand. Okay, or you might do the other thing. I got it on my hand, the spit. Okay, but anyway, it just hurts so bad to see a person who you kind of think kind of highly of to just reject you when you ask them for some help. Am I the only one that gets kind of hurt by that? And it's hard to look at that person the same. Wow. And then we talk about, you know, unity in the black community and calling each other sis and sister and sis and all of that. And then they turn around when they have an opportunity to help you, they won't do it. They won't do it unless they benefit from it. Unless they can get on social media and say, I did this, I did that, me, self-glory. They want to get self-glory. They want to get self-glory. God is supposed to get the glory. Okay, not, not that person. If it wasn't for God, they wouldn't have what they think they have anyway as it relates to this money. And then let's talk about how they lied on their application and scammed to get the PPP loan money. Okay, and then let's talk about it. Okay, say for instance, this person, they got however much money they get, and they probably ain't used to no money. That's why they brag about the money all the time, because they ain't used to nothing. Okay, I know a person that ain't used to nothing when I see it. So say for instance, they lied on their application to get the money, and God let the application go through. He didn't let them get caught. He didn't let them go to jail yet. And they just been riding through life, just bragging and boasting about this money they got through the PPP loan. And they ain't helping nobody but they self. And then they help people only with an agenda, so they can brag on Facebook and say, look what I did. Look what I did. You know what I'm saying? And God don't let them steal the money or scam and get the money. Well, maybe they got the money in the right way. Maybe they got the money in the right way. But if you're not going to help God's people, and God is not going to get the glory, because God wants to get the glory. God is a jealous God. And if God is not getting the glory, and God is not the reason for you getting the money and doing something with the money, do you not think God is not going to find a way to eliminate the money from that person? And here I am, God's child. I might even be his favorite child. And God see that I'm hurting, I'm suffering, and here I am in a tough situation. I need to get to my job, And this person know I need to get this flat fixed on my car to get to my job. So this person, they more or less saying fuck you and fuck that job. Wow. Wow. How much more plain can they make it? So here I am, hurt and trying to accept the fact that this person don't really fuck with me the way I think they fuck with me. And they really saying fuck you, fuck that car, fuck that flat tire, fuck your job, fuck your life, fuck everything about you. And I'm like, I would never do this person the way they doing me. And I was thinking, wow, all this time I've been spending time on the phone laughing and talking and telling and sharing, liking a Facebook post, sharing a Facebook post, and this person don't even like me at all. Won't even help me with my flat tire. Wow. Don't give a fuck if I lose my job behind not having a ride to work. Really? And I would never do this person like that. Never. But you know what? That person didn't have no problem with me, with doing me like that. So now I'm in a situation where I'm faced with the fact this person don't even fuck with me the way I fuck with them. And that's a hurtful thing to be faced with. When you really care about somebody and they don't care about you, you like somebody and then you find out they really don't like you. Yeah, they got so many ways of showing you they don't like you. Okay, and this is a small thing to me. A small thing. Wow. Wow. Even if they couldn't even come physically and help me with my situation with the tire, I was like, well, can you cash out? Can you send your cousin who is a mechanic? Can you send your cousin a cash app and tell them to go get the tire and then come to me? And I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back when I get paid. They said, wow. Wow. Baby. So can you imagine if I had asked them, can you give me a ride to work? If they won't help me with my tire, you know damn well they won't give me a ride to work. So I'm like, wow. I don't even know what to do with this. Do I just delete them off my Facebook at this point? Do I even tell the person how I feel about it? Of course they're not gonna give a fuck. And then what if they start cussing? Because a lot of people, you know, black people, you can't talk to them because they take everything personal and they don't like confrontation. But I'm like this, at this big old age of my life, I used to just go no contact. I grew up in a household where if you get offended or somebody offend you, you just stop talking to them and just assume that they know what they did to offend you or hurt you or disappoint you or you whatever. And this go on for years or months or whatever. I said this is toxic. This is dysfunctional. I don't want to be like that no more. So at this age, if I'm disappointed or I'm hurt or offended or insulted, I want to tell the person, you did X, Y, and Z. I don't like that. No matter how you say it, the other person, especially if they black, they're gonna get offended. And they may shoot off at the mouth. They may cuss you out. They may hang up on you. You know? And they're gonna stand on business as it relates to how they feel about you. So you expressing how you feel about something that you don't like as it relates to what the person said or did is really in vain because they don't give a fuck. So how do you make a person give a fuck when they clearly don't give a fuck? Okay, how does that work? See, I haven't graduated in life to that point. I don't know how to make or force a grown person to give a fuck. I don't know how that works. Does anybody know how that works? I don't know how you can possibly make somebody give a fuck when they don't give a fuck about you. How does that work? Does anybody know? I don't know. I don't know how that goes. I don't know. I really don't know how to make a person give a fuck when they don't give a fuck. Does anybody know? Does anybody know how that goes? Does anybody know how to help me influence somebody to give a fuck when they don't? Because I'm under the impression if they don't give a fuck, they just don't give a fuck. And they will never give a fuck. You know what I mean? I just don't know how it's possible to make a person give a fuck when they clearly don't give a fuck. How do you find a fuck to give when you don't give a fuck? Do you look in the ice cream box? And by the way, these were so good. I ate most of them on the way home. Ooh, it's 6 in the box. Don't tell my diabetic doctor, please. Please don't snitch on me. But child, they were so good. They were so good. They were so delicious. I can't believe me and my big bag ate 5 of these on the ride over here. And I just knew I had several more left in the box. Child, looked in that box. And I told myself, I know you lying. I didn't have but one. I said, I know it's some more in the box. Child, it wasn't but one. I said, well, let me look up under that one. Maybe it's one up hiding up under that one. Or over there scooted behind the one. Child, I looked and looked and looked. And kept on looking. It wasn't but one in the box. I said, shit. Damn. Yeah. Woo! So it's safe to say that they was good to me. They may not be good for me, but they were so good to me. Woo! But child, and I've been trying my best to not. Now this right here. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I pray these don't lay me in the hospital. These right here. I tried my best not to go to the store and get them. But they was on my mind. Woo! Have you ever had something that just stayed pressed down on your mind and wouldn't leave you alone? And I tried my best to think about something else. But every time I tried to think about something else, they just kept coming back to me. Just kept coming back to me. And I thought of so many reasons not to go to that store. I said, oh, that store, the closest one is in the hood. You got to go through all them hood rats to get them. And then my big back said, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And then I said, well, oh, I think they probably going to be too high because everything done got so high. And my big back said, did you hear what I said? I don't care. Go ahead and get them. And then I thought about, oh, my body's hurting so bad. I don't know why it's hurting, but everything hurt on me. Oh, I don't feel like walking in the store. And then my big bag said, they got some electric shopping carts. Go on in that store and get them things. And that's what I did. That's what I did. And I didn't stop with just one. Don't y'all tell my diabetic doctor on me. Please, please don't snitch on me. Child, in my big bag, I was already reaching for these. And then my big bag said, get the apple too. And that's what I did. Damn. Woo! So I'm gonna try to take it easy with it. I'm gonna try to take it easy. I like the apple, but child, the peach. I think they got crack cocaine in that peach. I think they got. Oh, I just love peaches. I always have loved peaches, and I'm so sick of that damn diabetes. I wish I could eat a whole big old jar of peaches. I love peaches. Woo, it just make me feel so good. But baby, that blood sugar be up on planet Jupiter if I eat just one peach. Just one. And it hurts so bad that I can't eat like I want to. What good is it being a fat motherfucker if you can't eat like you want to eat? Shit. And I just feel like I'm not a real fat person, which I'm not. I'm really not. I just happen to eat too much. I'm not really a real fat person. But one thing led to another. And here I am. My back just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I gotta find a way to reduce. Because I gotta get me a good looking fine husband in 2026. Because child, I need somebody to help me take out this garbage and massage this hurting his body and do some other things while I'm still young and I can. Because let's face the facts, I'm not getting no younger. Okay? Oh, and it's been so long. It's been so long since I've been held by somebody's fine ass son. And child, I gotta hurry up. The clock is ticking. And I'm getting older. And I'm telling myself, the wall, the wall, the wall, the wall is getting closer and closer to me. The wall, the wall, the wall that we've been hearing about for us women, that motherfucker is getting closer and closer to me. And I never thought I'd see the day when I would be faced with the motherfucking wall. And I was thinking about it the other day, and it almost made me cry. And I said, I can't believe the wall. The wall is getting closer than what I thought. I said, oh, hell no. Ooh, and it hurt me so bad that I was faced with the wall. The wall. The wall and me, that don't even go together. And I realized for the first time, I'm not as young as I thought. I'm not as young as I thought. I'm not as young as I thought. Child, for the first time I realized I'm getting closer and closer to that motherfucking wall. And I can't do nothing about it. Whew! It hurt me so bad. It hurt me so bad. And I realized another thing. You know, when I was younger, I'm still young. Even though these YNs try to call us auntie and things, I can't stand to be called no fucking auntie. I'm not no fucking auntie. Okay? Don't. Ooh, you want to make me mad, call me auntie. I can't stand it. Now, some of y'all might be cool with be calling aunt and auntie. I think it's disrespectful. I don't like it. I don't like it. Sounds so fucking old. It make me feel so fucking old. Okay? Auntie. Some of y'all might be okay with it, but I'm not. I don't want to be called no fucking auntie. Okay? But it made me realize also, when I was younger, it used to not be a thing for me to hook up with somebody's fine son. But now I don't even see a fine man that often. It's not, you see more ugly dudes than you see good looking dudes. I think they done got kidnapped, the good looking man. Where are they? Everywhere I look, it's an ugly motherfucker. It's an ugly motherfucker. And y'all women, y'all love a ugly fucking dude. I can't stand this trend. Beyonce, I blame Beyonce for this. Y'all want to do everything Beyonce do. Beyonce get an ugly dude. Y'all, there y'all go. There y'all go. There y'all go getting an ugly dude. Beyonce has some ugly children. Y'all been having ugly children ever since. I'm so sick of y'all. I'm so sick of y'all doing everything Beyonce do. Beyonce get naked. There y'all go get naked. Beyonce shake her ass. Y'all been shaking ever since like you're having a seizure. But anyway, the facts is the facts. And I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. We got more ugly guys than we got good looking guys. I think the good looking guys, they hide. I don't know why they play hide and seek. You gotta search real hard to find a good looking man. And then a lot of y'all don't like no good looking man. You've been having ugly men for so long, it's normal to you. You don't even like no good looking man. You don't wanna compliment a good looking man. You don't act like you don't see the good looking man. I never thought I'd see the day where ugly men would be the standard. They would be the norm. It would be common. Damn. But anyway, I'm faced with the facts that I'm not getting no younger. And now it's harder. It's more work on me to find, or I'm not trying to look for them, but I'm just saying, I used to be able to go to the grocery store and there go a man trying to holler at me in the cereal aisle. And on the aisle where I got these at. Hey, you married? You mind if I get your number? I don't even hear that no more. And then most of the guys, they be looking and then they look away. It's like they scared or they don't want to fool with no woman no more because they would rather have another man's booty hole. I never thought I'd see today. I never thought I'd see today. Well, men would be turned away from women. And then that's another thing. That's another thing. It's not so much that they turn away from a woman. They prefer, because a lot of them bisexual, but then the ones that do like puss, they still like puss, they would rather have a hood rat because a real biological woman is too much pressure. It's too much pressure for them. You know, they know they're going to have to do more for a woman. They ain't got to do too much for a hood rat. And they would rather take the easy way out, so therefore they will be more attracted to a hood rat. And I won't apologize for being a bona fide woman. I will not. So, under these circumstances, plus most of them ugly anyway, so they deserve a hood rat. Okay, they deserve a hood rat. Okay, and then a lot of them got doo-doo in the seat of their underwear, so I don't want them no way. Okay, plus they ugly. Okay, but I realize under these circumstances, it puts me in a position where I'm gonna have to work harder and search for a man. And I never been in this situation before. All I had to do was just show up, just go outside, and there they go, just popping out of nowhere. All I had to do was go to the gas station, and there they go, pulling up. I never had to work this hard. And I realized for the first time, I'm going to have to go where I never been before. I'm going to have to do some things I never did before. In other words, I'm going to have to present myself in a whole nother paradigm. It's a paradigm shift. Woo! And I done got too old for all this rigmarole. All this moving around I'm going to have to do in order to show myself available. Whew. I'm going to have to go down to the cigar lounge. I'm going to have to go to the lounge over there in the airport where the rich, well, not rich, but available single men hang out. You know, the lounge, what is it, whatever it's called, the lounge in the airport. I'm going to have to start hanging out at the golf course. I'm going to have to start going where the single men are. And then even if I do that, even if I just pop up and show up somewhere where they at, they may be, having a attitude like they sick of women. A lot of them sick of women. Cause let's face the facts, ladies. A lot of us been giving these men pure hell. Pure unadulterated hell. We done drug them through the mud. We done did too much. And now, a lot of them really don't give a fuck about getting a dick sucked. I never was a dick sucker, no way. Okay? And a lot of them, they could take it or leave it as it relates to pussy. They could take it or leave it. A lot of them done had too much anyway. Okay, so now they full. They full of pussy. And so now some of them say, well, let me try a man. They may not give me as much hell as a woman. Plus, they can't get pregnant and drag me back and forth to court for child support. So now they feel like that'll be cheaper for me to get a man. Okay. And then a lot of them, they say, well, let me try a white woman. We see how that worked out for the coach, the ex-coach in Michigan. Oh my God. Big diamond of the year. I think he did worse than Shannon Sharp. Don't y'all? Damn. At least Shannon ain't gonna walk away and have to pay all that money and then lose his fucking, well, he done lost ESPN, but he still got streams of income coming in. That coach over there in Michigan, ex-coach, he ain't got a job, but he got a whole court date coming up. And he gonna have to pay child support. I don't know how. And he probably ain't gonna never see that baby by the mistress. She may or may not let him see it. And he gonna have to go to court to see it and blah, blah, blah. And, ooh, child, I thought I was hurt. But I think that hurt hits a little bit different. Child, how you gonna fumble a several $1,000,000 bag at a time when we're going through a recession? At a time when so many millions of people going without food, losing food stamps. And I think losing food stamps is even a less hurt than losing millions of dollars. Damn. And then, how many black people do you know get a chance at millions of dollars? He had one job. Just keep his dingling in his pants. He couldn't even do that. See, so let this be a reminder that black men especially, all men had this problem. But I notice we don't never hear about Chinese men having this problem. We don't never hear about Indian men having this problem. Maybe the smaller the penis, the more discipline you have. Do y'all think that's what it is? Because I'm under the impression that Mexican men got little penis, Chinese men got little penis, Indian men got little penis. So a lot of white men, they've been using that penis pump. And some of them out here been having penis transplants. Like a hair transplant. So the bigger the penis, the bigger the problems that they facing. Have y'all noticed this trend? Touch your neighbor. The bigger the penis, the bigger the problems. That's just like a pussy. The bigger the pussy, the bigger the problems. Child, mine must be mediocre. I don't think it's little, but I think it's mediocre. And plus, I ain't been using it that much. Or I really ain't been using it at all. Really, only to pee. And the rolls don't really count. Or does it? But I think the less you use it, the smaller it get. Or maybe it stay the same. But either way it go, the smaller the penis, the less problems you'll have. And the bottom line is, guys, you got to practice dick discipline. Okay, you got to practice discipline over your dingling. And a lot of y'all been doing too much with your dingling. Let's be honest with it. Let's be honest about it. A lot of y'all don't have control over your penis. And if you don't have control over your penis will destroy you. Look at how these penises just running them up. Just running them up. These penises are running roughshod out here. And they are destroying y'all. Guys, you're letting your penis guide you instead of you guiding your penis. And honey, it's costing y'all so much money, time, your home, your family, and on and on and on. Woo! Child, and now he looking so confused. And they tell me he went to the mistress' house, threatening to kill himself, went in there looking for a butcher knife. I guess he didn't have a pistol. But child, do y'all think he gonna kill himself whenever they let him out of jail? I think he got a bond. But is he gonna have a home? Is the wife gonna let him come back? I don't know. I don't know. Do he got parents? Maybe he can go to his friend's house. I don't know where he gonna go. Do y'all think he's still gonna try to kill himself? After all, he ain't got nothing to go home to. And, under them circumstances, Shannon Sharp can tell him about that. His friends probably ain't gonna answer his phone call. A lot of them gonna talk about him like a dog. And he's just a disgrace. He's just a disgrace. And ain't none of the people at his office gonna answer his phone call or emails. Ooh, I can't imagine that kind of hurt. Can y'all? Can y'all imagine that kind of hurt? Child, and the school probably already done took his school credit card. And he probably driving a school sponsored car. They done took that back too. They already done sent a tow truck to get that. And if they were paying for his house, they already done changed the locks. They already done changed the locks. So, where does he go from here? When you lose on that level, where do you go other than to the Lord? And start all over again. But anyway, it was somebody else in the news. I forget who that was. Who else was it that was in the news? Oh, yes. Yes. Did y'all see the man? We got to talk about this in a separate video. Did y'all see the man? He keep on getting arrested for walking up to strangers smelling booties. And I said, now that's a problem that I'm glad I don't have. And I pray I don't never have that problem. I don't know if he's smelling men's booties, women's booties, dog booties. I don't know what kind of booties he prefers. But he keep on getting arrested because he cannot get a hold and discipline himself of this problem. And it is a problem. Smelling people's ass. Whew. I don't know where this started. But I recommend y'all hide your ass. Hide your ass, because there is a booty bandit on the loose out here. I don't know what city he's in. I don't know if he travels to smell ass, or if he got a certain place where he like to lurk around looking for ass to smell. I don't know. But I do know that this is a problem. I know that this is a problem. And he cannot seem to get a hold of this problem and stop this problem. But I got a feeling this problem is going to get him in trouble. And it's got to hurt. It's got to hurt. I wonder if when he go to jail, do he try to smell the other inmates' booty? Or do they offer him to smell the booty? Or what's the end game? Do that one thing lead to another after he smell it? Do he want to do something else with the booty? I don't know. But I got to do a little research, and then we're going to do a video and talk about it. Because we need to make the communities aware of this man that's on the loose and have this problem. So we got another person that's on the loose that's got a problem. And we got to talk about this right here. Child, it's one thing you don't do. It's a lot of things that you don't do, but this one is somewhere at the top of the list of things that we don't do, still from the church. Did y'all see the man? I hope they find out who it is, because I haven't seen his picture, and I don't think the church know who it is. But this church in Memphis, who had the Chris in November, I think that's where it started. It was so many people lined up and down the street, waiting on the opportunity to get fed and clothes and furniture. They was giving out so much stuff, and they was out there barbecuing on this expensive grill. The pastor said it cost them about $8,000 to have it specially made. So I think the culprit that stole the barbecue grill was somewhere out there looking and eyeballing that grill. And they said, I'm gonna have to double back. I'm gonna steal somebody's truck, maybe my uncle truck or my granddaddy truck, and I'm coming back and get that grill. And they did. Child, a few days ago, somebody went over to that church and stole the barbecue grill. And you know the Lord is not pleased with this, right? It's so many heathens done got so bold. They don't start going in the church and disrespecting the church and stealing at the church, cussing in the church. Did y'all see the girl Lala, the transgender funeral? They tell me, I didn't hear it, but they tell me that the heathens went in that church cussing. I said, tell me y'all lying. Tell me y'all lying on the heathens. Child, and more than one person said this. They heard the heathens cussing in the church at the funeral. And one thing I have noticed about these heathens, they dress any kind of way at the funerals nowadays. I thought you're supposed to respect the dead. And sure, that's probably how you dress when that person was alive. But you ought to show some respect for the dead and respect for the church. You don't dress the same way in the church that you dress out in the world. And a lot of these heathens know this, but they want to be disrespectful to the house of the Lord. They don't like the church. They don't obey God, and they really don't have no kind of respect for the pastor. So they do this on purpose. They dress like they going to the club with booty shorts on. I seen the booty shorts. They had it televised, live stream. And I said, I know them ain't no booty shorts I see in that church. And it was. I said, oh, I know we in the last days. When I see booty shorts in the church, wow. And I'm not even going to talk about how they had that dead body dress. I'm not even going to talk about that. And I said, oh, the Lord, our God, is going to knock y'all head off y'all shoulders. And they just keep on tempting God. And then when God give them what they deserve, after they do all of this playing in God's face, then they want to act crazy like they don't know what's going on. Then they want to act like, oh, what's happening? Oh, why is all this going on? Why is all these earthquakes and hurricanes and all this, and all of this and all of that? Okay, then they want God to have mercy on them and show them some grace. Yeah. After they get through playing in God's face and showing out. Real bad. But back to the church. Well, a heathen stole the barbecue grill. Now, what was they going to do with that barbecue grill? Do they have a family that big? And that's a great, big old barbecue grill. How did they think they was going to get away with that, stealing that great, big old barbecue grill? Did they intend to take it somewhere and pawn it? Was they going to try to sell it on the street? I can't imagine. So, let that be a reminder that you need to put a barcode, what they call a QR code on your barbecue grill. Child, you need to put a GPS, some kind of tracking device on your barbecue grill. You need to put an alarm system on your barbecue grill. You need to put a ring camera on your barbecue grill. You need to put a body cam on your barbecue grill. You need to put some AI cameras on your barbecue grill. The barbecue grill thieves are on the loose. And child, I can't stand a thief. And a thief that steals from the church, oh, that's a new low level of evil. And you better believe God is going to whoop them good all up inside their head and turn them every which way but loose. Yeah, yeah. Whoever that is, they better run to the church and repent. Now, all these heathens, they was all over that post under Thaddeus Matthews when he died, saying, "Oh, I hope he repent. I hope he repent." But where are these same heathens when some heathen that's still alive is running loose in the community? Why they not trying to find that person and tell them, "I hope you repent. I hope you repent"? They let them heathens just run loose, stealing and killing and destroying in the community. And so anyway, it was a beautiful story. Have y'all been keeping up with it? Have y'all been keeping up with it? Child, the pastor went live. Pastor Brandon B. Porter of Community Temple Church in Memphis. And he was so upset. He was so upset about the barbecue grill because he said they paid a lot of money to have that barbecue grill custom made. And they feed lots of people in the community with that barbecue grill. And here come a heathen in the wee hours of the morning stealing the barbecue grill. And let me tell you how they found it. It's a beautiful story. Beautiful story. So the state troopers, they was on duty that morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. The heathen is up at 4 o'clock in the morning being roguish and should have been on somebody's job. Should have been on somebody's job. And out here stealing from the church. Child, God is going to whoop that heathen and turn them every which way but loose. Yes, I believe it. You don't steal from the church. God says, hashtag thou shalt not steal. Don't steal if you want to, or steal sometime. He said don't steal. And, you know, they do everything that God said don't do. They obey the devil, but they won't obey God. And they have to pay a hefty price. And they don't care until the pressure of God's wrath wraps them around like a tight coat. That's when they start to care and squeeze them like a boa constrictor. Yeah. So the heathen, 4 o'clock in the morning, stealing from the church, and a state trooper seen the barbecue grill. It was on a trailer in the middle of the interstate. See, what had happened was they were driving so fast trying to steal the barbecue grill and run away with it, driving reckless and fast and furious all on the interstate, to the point that they blew the tires on the trailer that was hauling the barbecue grill. And so somebody had hit it because it was in the middle of the road. It wasn't in the middle of the road, but it was blocking part of the road. So you know how people drive so fast. So I guess somebody else behind them came along and hit it and bent up the frame of the trailer. And then the tires was already busted. So I guess they just let the trailer alone. And the barbecue grill was too heavy for them to haul on the back of the truck. The pickup truck, I guess that's what they were hauling it with. So they left it there. They were probably going to get another roguish family member or friend to get probably going to steal another truck to come and get it. But before they could do that, the state trooper, God allowed the state trooper to have some eagle eyes and be on their job. And so they came over there and seen it abandoned and it was blocking the street. So God allowed them to call a certain towing company, which was a right towing company. So the pastor had interviewed him and put it on the Facebook page this morning. I think I posted it on my Facebook page, Carmen CaBoom Live. And he said he never ordinarily would call his wife, the white man that's from the towing company. He said he never called his wife ordinarily when he going out there to do a tow job. But for some reason, it wasn't nothing but the Lord. He decided to go pick his wife up to go with him. And his wife had already been on Facebook, and somebody had shared the video of the pastor, sending out an alert to be on the lookout for the barbecue grill. Somebody had stole the barbecue grill. He was so upset about it because, after all, they do so much work in the community, feeding so many people in the community with the barbecue grill. So the wife had already seen it, the white man's wife that operated the towing company. So she was telling her husband about it. And when they went over there on the interstate to get the barbecue grill, she said, "Oh, that looked like that same barbecue grill that the pastor is looking for." So they contacted the pastor, and sure enough, that was the same barbecue grill that got stolen. Look at God. Look at God. And the pastor was so happy to get that barbecue grill back. And I was happy too. And so they brought it over to the tow trucking company place to put some new tires on it. And the pastor went over there this morning, I think, and he went live to talk about it. And the white man that operates the towing company, he said, "Oh, I hope I can say this with a straight face." And he was talking about the situation, and he wanted to cry, and I wanted to cry. Oh, we just cried, not because of the barbecue grill, but because of how good God is and how God stepped in and turned that situation around. Because God knows the ministry that this church is doing with that barbecue grill. And he did not let that roguish heathen tear this situation up. He stopped it. He stopped it in his own way. And I just thank God for stepping in and turning this situation around. And the white man, I agree with him. He said, God is going to convict that person. Whoever stole that barbecue grill, we don't have to worry about it. God is going to convict that person. And I agree. I agree. And I think it would be a wonderful thing if God would touch that person's heart, the roguish heathen that stole that barbecue grill. And then tomorrow, during church service, they'll run to that church and fall down at the altar and just ask God for forgiveness. Ask the pastor for forgiveness. Ask the church for forgiveness. Ask the community for forgiveness. And say, "Lord, I'm so sorry for being roguish. I'm so sorry for stealing from this church. And help me to stop being roguish, God. Please help me to stop being roguish. I don't want to be roguish no more." And God will heal this person. I just believe it. I believe it, that he will help this person to be delivered from being roguish. He'll take that roguish spirit out of you. But you gotta want to stop being roguish. You gotta want it for yourself and be for real and sincere. And in this generation, I know it's common. So many people are roguish. They just going in the store stealing steaks, stealing potatoes, stealing wigs, stealing cars, whole cars, stealing and scamming, rinse and repeat. But it's wrong, and ain't no good gonna come to these people. And they are cursing themselves by stealing and being roguish and lying on their application. Ain't no good gonna come to them. And this church helps so many people in so many ways by the goodness of God. God is getting the glory. God got his hands on this church and the pastor, and everything on that property belongs to God. And God is not going to let that person get away with stealing. And the pastor said they had video, but it wasn't that good. The clarity of the video wasn't that good. And child, not only did they get the barbecue grill back, but with him showing the man from the tow truck company, that's gonna help his business. Cause I want to do business with him. I'm pretty sure other people want to do business with him. And he said he want to come to the pastor's church. Him and his wife is coming to the pastor's church. Yeah, so this is bringing so much good. What started with a heathen being roguish and stealing the barbecue grill, it's done turned into so many opportunities. This white man, maybe he didn't have a church home, and now he's gonna have a church where he can go, him and his wife, and maybe he gonna, do some ministry in that church. He's got a beautiful spirit, beautiful spirit. And it's just wonderful to see that social media played a part in this. So it is some good that comes out of social media, even though some people use social media for bad, and all they get on there and do is twerk and cause calamity, chaos, and confusion, and raise hell and gossip and be messy. Okay, it's some good that comes out of social media, even though some people use it as a weapon and try to stir up strife. It's some good that can come out of social media. And it just made me feel so good just that quick. God turned it around and brought that barbecue grill home to that church, right back over there to that church. And I'm pretty sure they gonna put that barbecue grill on lockdown. They gonna have so much security on that barbecue grill behind this. And that pastor was so glad to get that barbecue grill back to that church. And I think I seen the barbecue grill riding down the street earlier today when I was outside. And I said, that barbecue grill been on the move, baby. That barbecue grill, if it could talk, it would say, I'm so tired. I bet when they get back to that church, it's going to take a long nap before they fire it back up. Ooh, that barbecue grill going to need a long, long, long nap. It's tired. It's tired. And it's too bad that it can't talk and tell the story and tell us who stole it. But God knows the identity of the thief. He know who it is, and he gonna get them good. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah. But baby, I had no idea that people was out here stealing from the church. Yeah, they getting too bold for me. They getting way too out here. See, I told you, when they get away, the more they get away, the more they do. And they're not facing no consequences for their bad behavior. They get bold. They get more and more bold. And they do more and more stuff. That's why you got to stop them before they really get started. Yeah. And punish them so they won't do that no more. Okay? They got to have consequences and repercussions. And I'm so glad that the Safe Task Force is still out here in the streets and full effect and standing on business. Yes. And they catching these horrible heathens. Not all the time, but often. They catching them often. And, we done made a lot of progress. And there's so much work to do because we got so many heathens out here that's out of control. And when they think that is safe, it's absolutely not. And we got to apply more and more pressure on the heathens. We got to make it more and more uncomfortable for them. Okay? And we got to get together with law enforcement. Now, all of them not bad. Just like all y'all are not good. Okay? And we got to work together and get the community where it needs to be. Okay? And it may take a while, but we can get there, but we got to do it together. Okay? And You know, a lot of y'all know some roguish people in your community. They might be in your family. You got to tell on them. You got to snitch on them. Okay? You got to get them to turn around. Stop stealing. Now, some of y'all like that they steal because y'all be benefiting from it. And that's how a lot of y'all gonna get y'all Christmas gifts, because you got family members that's roguish and roguish friends and roguish co-workers. They out there stealing right now. And they gonna pull their car or their truck or their SUV up this evening with all that stolen stuff in the trunk or on the back seat. And they gonna sell it to you or give it to you for the low. And you gonna be glad to get them stolen wigs, stolen this and stolen that. But I'm telling you, you cursing yourself. Get that stolen stuff from up under your Christmas tree. Get it out. Get it out. You know you got a lot of stolen gifts up under your Christmas tree. The whole tree might be stolen. The lights might be hot. Yeah. Your whole house is lit up with them stolen Christmas lights. Get them off your house. Because your house just might burn down. Because it's cursed. It's cursed. Don't accept them stolen Christmas gifts. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. God is not pleased and God is not mocked, okay? But you don't have to take my word for it. Just keep on stealing and accepting stolen merchandise and see what happened to you, okay? But anyway, God is so good and so merciful and so faithful. And even though it's some people out there that say, fuck you to me, it's so glad. It feels so good to have people that really show me compassion and concern and help. Like my wonderful subscriber and real supporter, LaFonda. Hello, LaFonda. And LaFonda is so sweet to me. She's so sweet to me. And I just thank God for her. And so many more of y'all are so sweet to me, and I appreciate it. And God is just so good. And oh, my body been hurting so bad, but I'm trusting God to heal me. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a part of getting old, but it don't feel good. I tell you that much. And maybe with a touch from the Lord and the touch of somebody's fine son as my husband, of course, maybe that's going to help me get healed. Maybe I just need to be caressed by somebody's fine husband. Ooh. Not somebody's fine. Mine. I don't want to share nobody's husband. I don't want to share. That's a thing of my past. I'm not that person anymore. Ooh, the Lord done changed me. Ooh, it feels so good for the Lord to change you. It feels so good to not be a whore anymore. It feels so good to not be sneaking around with some man that I'm sharing with somebody. Ooh, it feels so good. Is it anybody else that can relate to that? Is it anybody else that used to be a whore and you're not a whore anymore? Is it anybody else that can relate? It feels so good to be washed and cleaned by the Lord. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good to be washed. And a lot of y'all, you used to steal, but you don't steal anymore. Don't it feel good not to be roguish no more? And those of you that are roguish, let's pray. Father God, wash them. Wash them, Father God. If it's anybody that's watching this video that's roguish, wash them, God. Help them to not be roguish. If it's anybody that's a whore, that's sleeping with somebody's husband, or just fornicating, wash them, God. Wash them. It's somebody thinking about stealing right now. I feel a stealing, roguish spirit. Oh, wash them, God. Wash them. It's a liar that's watching this video. Wash them, God. Help them not to tell lies no more. Woo! Thank you, God. Ooh, I feel that spirit. Do y'all feel it? Woo! Yes. The spirit of big bag, gluttony, Eating too much. Wash us, God. Help us to stop eating all this stuff that we're not supposed to be eating, especially during the holidays. Reduce these big bags, God. Wash these big bags, God, and these great big old stomachs. Wash us, God. Take this diabetes up out of here. Get it out of here, out of here. Yes, wash the diabetes, God. Eliminate these diabetes. In Jesus' name. Ooh, I felt the spirit. Do y'all feel it? I feel it. Is it anybody else that needs to be washed? What else we need to wash? What else do we need to wash? I feel another prayer coming through. I need to want. I need to pray. I need to pray for Peach McIntyre, them teeth at the bottom row. Wash them teeth, God. I know they cold, especially during the winter. Wash that body, God. Ooh, and make her not just Peach, but every woman that's bad built and got that great big gap between their legs. Make them stop wearing them leggings, God. Wash the leggings and the hair bonnets up out of here, God. I'm sick and tired of looking at them. Wash. And speaking, okay, amen. Okay, listen. Speaking of the leggings, haven't we been doing too much with them leggings? They look so nasty outside in them leggings. They look so nasty outside. And they act like they don't see that great big old gap between their legs. That gap looks so humongous and nasty. It just tells me that there's a hallway between their legs. A hallway, I say. And oh my God. If it looks nasty, can you imagine what it might smell like? Woo! I've been seeing so much of that, and I had to just turn my head. I'm tired of turning my head. I'm tired of acting like I don't see it when I see it. And they wearing pajama pants outside. And you know, in the wintertime, they wear it more. They're wearing house shoes outside. Ooh, we need to make decency great again. Okay. It's just horrible outside right now. And this side of town used to be so nice and up class. Now I can't tell the difference between this side and the south side. Damn. I'm seeing beer bottles on the street, all in the parking lot. Trash. Ooh, a while ago I went to the grocery store. And I usually don't go to that grocery store. Child, they had so much trash in the parking lot. The garbage can in front of the store was overflowing. And it looked so scary on the inside. The security guard looked scared. The employees looked scared. The customers looked scared. I said, damn. Woo! And see what's done happened. I know what's going on. I know what's the reason. See, a lot of these heathens that have infiltrated this side of town, they came from the north side of town and the south side, and they brought their bad ways with them. Yeah, they brought their behavior, they brought their spirit, they brought their energy, and they brought their terrible ways with them. A lot of them haven't had no home training, they ain't been raised right, and they come from the community where when they get through eating their chicken wings, they just throw the box on the ground. When they drink their beer, they just throw the bottle on the ground. And the inside of their apartment or house, the outside of their house or their apartment look just like them. It shows that they don't give a fuck. And as I said earlier, when a person don't give a fuck, how do you teach them to give a fuck if they don't give a fuck? How do you make a person give a fuck if they have no fucks to give? How do you make somebody give a fuck if they don't give a fuck? Can anybody help me find a fuck to give if I don't give a fuck? I don't know how that works. How do you reform the heathen? Huh? And see, that's something that the city needs to work on. Reforming the heathen. Okay? We need to put some grants together to reform the heathen. Okay, that's what we need to do. If we're going to clean up our city block by block, we need to reform the heathens. It don't make no difference if you repair the potholes. It don't make a difference if you paint the streets, the buildings. None of that. None of that. It doesn't matter if you do some restoration on the old houses, build community centers. If you don't restore, if you don't reform the heathens gonna tear everything right back down. Okay, they don't care about a community center. They don't care about you repairing the potholes. They don't care about nothing. Okay, because they don't give a fuck. So you're gonna have to find a way to make the heathens give a fuck. And you start by reforming the heathens. That's how you repair a community. Okay. Okay. And another thing, we're gonna have to start taking the car keys of these heathens. Because they've been outside too long and they're doing too much. They need a curfew. They need a curfew. I'm tired of going outside, and every time I go outside, they outside. And I can't even enjoy outside. Because they outside and they are in the way. We need to start taking the car keys of these heathens and putting them on restrictions. They ass have been outside too long. They doing too much and not enough of the right thing. Okay, ain't the time to take the car keys of the heathens. And a lot of them, them keys don't belong to them no way because they done stole the car. Okay, so they shouldn't be in there no way. And one thing that I'm tired of seeing is a dusty heathen that probably ain't got no job driving a Mercedes Benz. Every one of these niggas got a Mercedes Benz and they don't have a job. So two and two, put two and two together. You probably won't get four. Okay, you may or may not. And then somebody might say, well, maybe they work from home. Yeah, stealing. They stealing off of that computer. They stealing through the computer. And they stealing around the computer. Okay, yeah, they working from home. They are. A lot of them working from home. They still stealing. They still stealing. Whether they work from home or work in the street. A roguish person is still a roguish person. And it used to be a time when the police would profile. They need to start back profiling. Pull these heathens over when they driving these expensive cars. And we need to check out their paperwork. And if their paperwork don't line up, we need to start digging in their business and find out where did they get this car. And then one door is gonna open another door, and we might open up a whole can of roguish motherfuckers. Okay? And we might be able to break up a roguish enterprise. Okay? Some of it is going from state to state. Some of it is just restricted to one little city or one little town. But I notice a common denominator here. A lot of these roguish heathens that's selling drugs and selling all this stolen merchandise, they connected to them roguish heathens in Texas. They got a pipeline. They got a pipeline. Let me stop because I might be saying too much. But what I'm trying to say to you, the roguish folks are connected. They connected. So, okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there because I might be saying too much. But yeah, we need to break this stuff up in order to repair and reform and progress and blah blah blah. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to y'all this long. I've been talking to y'all a long time. And I need to get me some rest before I have to go deal with them heathens on that motherfucking job. Ugh. And I gotta take a bath and wash this great big old back. And that's a lot of work. That's another reason. That's another incentive to lose weight. Cause the bigger your body, the more work you gotta do. And I'm just hurting so bad. Everything hurts. And oh, you would think after soaking in the tub that would help. And I got my Epsom salt and everything. It does not help. Child, I need me a good old country husband that love to do massages and do them real good and do it every day, all the time. That's what I'm gonna be looking for in my next husband. I want him to be real good at massage and have some great big old country hand. Yes, Lord. Oh, I gotta put in my order for my next husband and ask the Lord for the tracking number. Child, cause 2026, I need. Oh, see what I'm talking about? Oh, my hand hurts. Child, I need to go get me an X-ray on my hand. I just out of nowhere, my hand started hurting. Whew. I pray it ain't no, you know what? I'm not even gonna speak it. I'm not even gonna speak it into the atmosphere. Yeah, it's some funny stuff going on. But everything just hurts so bad on me. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's part of premenopause. I don't know if it's getting old. I don't know what this is, but all of a sudden, everything just hurts, hurts. I don't know if it's arthritis. I don't know what the hell it is. But baby, I just can't seem to get no relief. Sitting down hurts, laying down hurts, getting up hurts. Just everything. Woo! And I don't know. It could be the diabetes. Let me know. I need to stop eating and sneaking around and eating stuff I don't have no business. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But child, this morning I was sitting on the toilet bowl. You know it's bad when something make you cry while you're sitting on the toilet bowl. It's bad. Baby. I was sitting on the toilet bowl and out of nowhere the tears just started to flow. Cause I was just tired of hurting. My whole body was hurting and my hand was hurting. And I said, oh, I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm tired of it. And I can't get no relief. Ooh. And child, I had got me some black seed oil pills. What they at? Oh, I don't even feel like getting them. But trust me when I say I might need to take them right now. Because I forgot to take them earlier. Yeah, I said I might. Somebody said it's an African store not far from me. They sell some stuff that's pretty good. But you got to be careful fooling around with them Africans. If you know what I mean. But I might go up there and see if they got anything that I can get for all this aching and aching. You know how your body feel when you got the F? I won't even speak it. But you know when you got the F, LU, you know how you feel, right? You love the toffee what? Oh, y'all just talking in the comment section. I ain't even seen you. Who is this? Sylvia, you say you love the toffee brand. They are good. The toffee brand of what? The toffee brand of what? You talking about the ice cream balls? What are you talking about, Sylvia? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the black seed oil? What are you talking about? What are you referring to? Well, yeah, I need to go to the African store and see if they can give me something because I'm tired of hurting my aching. Oh, my body just aching so bad. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, I say. And I can't do hardly nothing for hurting, aching. And this morning I got to my breaking point. Cause it's been 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. And oh, I was sitting on the toilet and I just started to cry. Cause my hand was hurting. Everything was hurting. And I'm like, oh, where does it end at? Every day. I can't even rest because I'm hurting so bad. Woo! Yeah, you know it's bad when you're sitting on the toilet bowl and you cry. When something brings tears to your eye and you're on a toilet bowl, it's pretty bad. Yeah, yeah. I had to cry. And I've been trying not to get this. Oh, I've been trying so hard not to get it. And I feel like I'm an alcoholic coming out the liquor store. I be feeling so ashamed like I got a secret. Like I'm carrying a secret. And I try to come out of there so fast so nobody won't see me. I need to wear a trench coat and a heavy hat and sunglasses when I go in there and get this. Because I know I'm not supposed to have it, right? I feel like I'm going in a liquor store and I'm an alcoholic when I go in there and get these teas and juices. Ooh, child. Mm. And every time I say it's the last time, I'm not going to get no more. There I go, going back to the store. There I go. Mm. Woo. Child. It's just something about it. It's just something about it. Mm. Do I got a witness? Is it anybody else that know what I'm talking about? It's just something about it. Woo. It's just something about it. I need to take me a nap. I've been talking to y'all too long. I need to take me a bath and lay down and get ready for these heathens. Woo! In closing, I want to say this. Are y'all familiar with the Brene and Akira situation? Brene is a YouTuber, content creator. All she create is a bunch of eating. And I really don't think that counts as a content creator. All she do is sit her big wide ass on camera eating, damn. And getting wilder and wilder and wilder as the wall. And, she the one that lost the lawsuit for alienation of affection in North Carolina. And I heard that Akira is pregnant now. She sure didn't look pregnant when they went to court not too long ago. But anyway, through the pain, she found somebody to do some screwing with. And I ain't heard nothing about her being married. So she been walling around in sin, apparently. And Brene said she's not gonna pay her. So anyway, Brene was on the Tamron Hall show. And does anybody know how the Tamron Hall show and the Sherry Shepherd show, how has those shows lasted this long? Who is their fan base? How could y'all watch that boring ass shit? I can't imagine watching a Tamron Hall show without going to sleep. And Sherry Shepherd show. I cannot imagine watching that without going to sleep. That will put me to sleep. Boring, boring, boring. Okay, capital letters. And anyway, Brene was on the Tamron Hall show. Her and Tim with his big regular wide back ass. And for the first time, Brene is looking decent. Her wig was looking decent. She looked like she had had a bath for the first time in so many years. Her makeup was decent, thank God. But she still had them regular eyelashes on. But they was looking a little decent for her. And thank God she didn't have them nasty looking fake nails on. Thank God. And I think she had on a bra. Thank God. Ooh, I'm so glad to not see her titties down on the ground for a change. Thank God. I didn't think that she probably had to have it specially made, her bra. Of course she did. They probably had to put several curtains together to make her a bra. But they did it. Thank God. It was a success. Woo, I'm so glad. And her titties probably glad they probably ain't been up for so long. In years. They probably ain't been sitting up. And she looked like she had on some decent clothes. She looked like she had had a bath. And that was so refreshing. I said, damn, is she gonna take a bath and look decent? Her and Tim, he even looked like he had had a bath. His hair had been washed. Thank God. I said, damn, they need to go on a talk show every fucking day, every week. If that's what it takes for them to take a bath and put on decent clothes and pick her titties up. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad to see both of them looking decent and they look. Otherwise, they look so stinking nasty. And I can't imagine them having sex. Oh my gosh, I bet it's so gross, 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 gross. But they looked decent the other day on the Tamron Hall show. Did y'all see them? Are y'all familiar with them? But yeah. It's so much going on in these social media streets. And child, I'm just sitting on the sideline watching all the foolishness. Watching all the foolishness. And did y'all see Nella? One day Netta and Charles is broke up. The next day they back together. And did y'all? I think it was a skit when Netta put the trailer. You know they stay in a mobile home trailer in Alabama or somewhere. Did y'all see Netta get the U-Haul and hitch the trailer home up to the U-Haul? And child, they were dragging the shit out of that trailer, that mobile home behind that U-Haul. I wonder did Netta take the trailer back and Charles went back home into the trailer with Netta. Child, that trailer needs a break, don't it? That trailer been on the move. And I think it was a skit myself. I really don't think that was for real. I just can't see Charles finding the strength to leave ugly ass Netta. After all, it's a package deal. What is Charles without Netta? What is Netta without Charles? It's like peanut without the butter. Okay? They can't do without each other. They can't. And they damn sure can't make it on social media without each other. Okay? But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this random live. And I'm so glad that we have had a chance to talk today. And let me read some of y'all's comments. And then we are going to conclude this video. Hello, little boo. YK. Hello. Hunk of Fun. Hello, Wink 319. Thank you. You said a wig is cute. Thank you. Look at this. NCOG dash D2W. Damn, you want to know about the refrigerator. Why are you worried about the refrigerator? That refrigerator is not bothering you. Okay. You said the refrigerator been open the whole time. Yes, it have. It have. It's not interrupting nothing. It's not bothering you. Why are you bothered about the refrigerator? Huh? See, y'all be so easily distracted. Yes, Miss Birch, you like the lip bar? Yes. Y'all love to say it's black owned. Yes. Does that make a difference that it's black owned? I see a lot of people put emphasis on that it's black owned. Whether it's that or something else, y'all like to say it's black owned. I could care less about that part. As long as the product or the service is good, the product is good, I don't care if it's black owned, red owned, yellow owned, green owned. I don't care. But a lot of y'all, I understand, that makes a difference. But I could care less, no offense. But I could care less, if it's black owned. If I like a product, I don't care who own it. I really don't. That's just me though. But I know a lot of y'all, it makes a difference. But I like it. But let me tell you, you gonna need, you gonna need a lot to remove this because it's not coming off. I think they put some Gorilla Glue in it. I think they put Gorilla Glue in it because it's real hard to get it off. Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed. But they have a lot of different colors. I like this. I really like this color. And I have one that's a darker color. And I just ordered the lip gloss. And I really feel like I'm going to like the lip gloss because it's not coming off. It's not coming off at all. It's going to be hard for it to come off. So I think they put some Gorilla Glue in it because it's hard to get it off. It's real hard to get it off. But I like the girl that owns this. And I didn't even know that it was that girl. I have been subscribed to her page on TikTok for quite some time. She's very funny. She used to be a news anchor. I forgot her name. But I really like her. And I just found out that she's the owner of this. And I'm like, wow. I would have never imagined that she would be even interested in something like that. But we have so many entrepreneurs out here that's female, and it's really refreshing to see how far we've come. And you know it's just really empowering and inspiring at the same time. And I'm really motivated to step into that realm myself. But I got to figure out what do I really have a passion for, that would also be lucrative. So I'm hoping to step into that realm by faith in God in 2026. Because, child, it's time for me to do my own thing and be an entrepreneur myself. Okay? Yeah. I ain't gonna say nothing else as it relates to the job. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah. Cause some of these co-workers probably sneaking around in the bushes watching my videos, okay? And I don't want to give them nothing to take back and be messy about. You know how they are. And you know what they do. Ow! Yeah. So anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning into this live. And you all have a great day. Are y'all cold where y'all are? Y'all got y'all hot chocolate? I got mine and the marshmallows. I heard the weatherman say that it's gonna be cold this weekend. I hope he's wrong. Oh, I can't stand no cold air. I can't stand it. But anyway, you all have a great day. And let's close the refrigerator for that person that's concerned about the refrigerator being open. I hope they send me some money to put on the light bill since they so concerned about it. Who is that concerned about the refrigerator? I hope you're gonna send some money to put on the light bill. Who is it? Who is that that's concerned about it? Incog. Incog dash D2W. I hope your cash app is on the way. Just help me with the light bill since you're so concerned about the refrigerator being open. Since you're so concerned about the refrigerator being open, okay? Okay. All right. Okay, you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. I'll let your girl. Peace.